Hello, Cheapara here. Today we're playing WWE Smackdown Here Comes the Pain, and this was a patched version or a modified version by Ahmed Hassan, and this is something he identifies as the Ultimate Edition. Now, the modding community for some of these classic WWE games is really high and really high quality for many of these mods, but this one in particular is one of the best I've ever seen. Now, when this SmackDown game came out in 2003, we didn't realize how great it was going to hold up after all this time. And unfortunately, with this game, they did take out some wrestlers like Hulk Hogan back in 2003 because he was essentially persona non grata with the company, having left over payment and treatment disputes. So to have characters like Hulk Hogan added back and Jeff Jarrett, and Jeff Hardy all added to the game, the Dudleys, and to have more modern characters like CM Punk added with this patch is just really amazing. Now, I believe there are 65 wrestlers standard in Exhibition, all unlocked from the start with this patch, with plenty of new additions or additions that have been substituted for the existing characters that are in the game. There's also, I think, about like 25 different call slots, creative wrestler slots that have been occupied with some of the created characters, complete with their theme musics, their entrance musics, as part of the those calls, along with having complete movesets. So they're almost official characters, but the models are not going to be as complex as the regular wrestlers that are in the character selection as you see here. Plenty of the wrestlers that have been added, they all have Titantrons, they all have theme musics, they all have really complete move sets and face scans and high textures and high polygon counts that you're just not going to see in many other patches. So we're going to go ahead and choose a match with Hulk Hogan and Jeff Hardy, and then kind of show you the different arenas that they have here. So some pretty awesome stuff to be able to see the Raw 97 as it was in the Attitude Era. You've also got ECW, WCW, you've got SmackDown 03, SmackDown 99, and then you've got some of these hidden arenas that deal with the WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 21, WrestleMania 2000. So there's plenty of new arenas to choose from in this patch. Now, with this type of patch, there's also, you can get a number of these modded versions of these games pretty much for free. It's, the modding community just puts it out there. But of course, especially with this mod, this is something that's gone on for years of development going into this, years of doing additional patches to make sure it feels as official as possible. So in this case, Ahmed has decided to have a way to give back to himself for development here, and does have a paid tiered payment process or like model that if you go for tier 1 you get a little bit more content. If you pay for tier 2 a little bit more, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, until you've gotten all your content at this point as to what he's developed it to. So in tier 1, you might have, let's say, Sting, but Sting is not going to come with his Titantron. He's not going to come with a complete and accurate moveset. But if you decide to pay for all the tiers, then you get that Titantron, you get that moveset, you get that entrance music. And as you can see here, I decided to choose the Raw 97. This is as it is in the Attitude Era. You can see that the arena looks great, looks perfect, looks like it's an official part of the game as if it was originally there from the first place. And of course, this game, as it was in 2003, did not have Hulk Hogan. Apparently, he said publicly that he felt like he was getting limo driver money and left the company. But with this mod, you have Hulk Hogan complete and accurate and back in the game, along with Jeff Hardy, who I don't remember exactly why he wasn't in this game. I know that there was periods of time where he was kind of, and still is, fighting demons and getting DUIs and sometimes being arrested or failing drug tests. And really excellent wrestler, really excellent to meet in person at some fan cons. And it's great to have Jeff Hardy back in this game. Complete moveset, complete Titantron, complete music. So something else I want to talk about in terms of what you saw earlier in the game, and you'll see while we're playing the match, is that there is completely new soundtracks, all representative of early 2000s alternative and rock music as to what was popular in the time. So you have Saliva, you've got Gavin Rossdale, you've got Evanescence. all playing in the background, replacing the original generic tunes that were in the game. And it's almost like a mixed CD of what I used to make back in college to try to attract the opposite sex, but never worked for me. In any case, pretty cool soundtrack to hear all those early 2000s tunes, all while you're playing your match. All official music and just great representation of the time. Now, going to the match, I did put it on the hardest mode of SmackDown, so it's a bit of a reversal fest, and Jeff Hardy's just going to plow into me throughout the entire match. Awesome thing about this mod is that, again, all the characters have complete movesets. And especially in Jeff Hardy's case, those moves weren't necessarily all in the game at the time in 2003. So these are all, many of which, new animations, new moves, hacked moves, and you've got both... You've got post-match celebrations that are in the game. So those are also new. So again, I can't say enough that everything that you're seeing in this game just looks like it was meant to be there from the very beginning. A lot of times you have with these these game mods is that it looks like every character looks like a CAW that's been added. Every arena looks glitchy, the game crashes, it freezes up, but not with this one. Everything plays fluidly. There's plenty of arenas, there's plenty of belts, there's plenty of characters, there's plenty of match type varieties that have been added to this to make it more of an step up from the original iteration. You've got unlimited weapons you can pull out from underneath the ring. There's new crowd chants. There's new signs that you'll see in the background. And during this match, you've got plenty of Hulk Hogan. You've got plenty of NWO. You've got plenty of Jeff Hardy signs in the audience. And just in terms of the resolutions, higher than what you're going to get just playing the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain on your standard emulator, because some of these characters have higher resolution, higher textures, higher polygon counts. And as you can see here, I'm already pulling off my finisher, and it's not going to do anything. No matter what I do, I can keep on locking in those finishers one by one, doing those Hogan leg drops. And Jeff Hardy's just going to take it, but he's going to keep on kicking because that's how it is in the hardest mode of this game. They're just going to kick back up as if nothing happened. Great thing about this game is that even though it was years and years behind WWF No Mercy, they did finally implement those body part specific attacks that you can kind of wear them down. And, you know, if I'm hitting Hardy with the leg drop, it's going to impact his head. And so he's going to start holding his head, and he's going to lose that stamina. It's going to take some time for him to build it back up, but he's going to be hurting, and you're going to see that represented. Just an awesome game that had some simulation elements brought in from the No Mercy games, but kind of stepped up with the arcade gameplay. Another awesome thing about this game is that at the time that No Mercy had come out, that was the last game by a company, Aki Corporation, at least for your standard professional wrestling games. They went on to do Def Jam, and a number of the crew was hired by Ukes to create something called New Ukes, at least internally referred to as New Ukes, and they made the Day of Reckoning games. And the Day of Reckoning games for GameCube, they also had a couple of WrestleMania games as well, act as spiritual successors to the original No Mercy WrestleMania 2000 games, WCW NWO Revenge. They act as spiritual successors to it, but that crew worked on those GameCube games for a number of years before being rolled into Ukes proper when the Day of Reckoning franchise ended, and every staff member started focusing on the SmackDown games proper. And it kind of adds a lot of those elements into it so that you've got No Mercy and you've got SmackDown all molded into here, all those contributions from those talented team members. And this game is kind of peak for me for the SmackDown franchise. It's better than the SmackDown versus Raw games that came after. It's better than the 2K games we have now. It's just very easy to pick up and play. And as you can see here, even though it's very arcadey, when you bring the difficulty up, it becomes a long match that is as intense as you would expect. It's just a great fun time. Now, something else to keep in mind with the modding community, I'll also do a later video later on in the week where I'm playing the Forbidden Door or Forbidden DOR Day of Reckoning mod. That is the original Day of Reckoning game for the GameCube that has been modded to include everything from all the different WrestleMania and Day of Reckoning games that came out for the GameCube, all mixed together in perfect harmony. So I'm definitely going to show you guys that in the coming weeks to be able to show you all the new arenas and new cool stuff that are a part of that modification. So with that, let's see if we can skip ahead in the match and kind of show you some of the finishers and how the match ends. So no matter how many finishers I put on Jeff Hardy, he still hits me with plenty of Twists of Fate, taking me out. The AI could be pretty crazy during those peak difficulties and just being a huge reverse fest. As you can see here, he just reverses everything I'm throwing at him. With this mod, you have Earl Hebner as a playable character, all the referees, the GMs, the non-playable characters, NPCs that you see in the career mode are playable through this patch. Now, there are different new stables added to this game. There are new belts that, if you incorporate all of that into the career mode, it doesn't change the logic of the career mode. I believe most of the belt owners still stay intact. But of course, with the additions of Hogan, with CM Punk, with Sting, all having stables and D-Generation X and things of that nature being added to the game, it greatly changes the variety of characters that you'll interact with during the awesome career mode. And as you can see here, Jeff Hardy is just taking it out to me. I just can't get in any of my moves. And here you go with the 3-count pin. 1, 2, 3, and I'm done. So pretty awesome to see the Attitude Arena in all of its glory. Back to 1997, where you were seeing corporate rock, you were seeing China, and plenty of greats back from the Attitude Era. Be able to see that Raw is War banner up there. So there you have it, Jeff Hardy doing his celebration. The models themselves look great. To be able to see Hollywood Hulk Hogan, you have plenty of attires in this game, from Hollywood Hulk Hogan to regular standard Hulk Hogan, Mr. America, all that in here. So that does for me, guys. Hope you like this match with commentary. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.